click. Scalp the day. Got my finger on the trigger. Tiny moves, big thrill. Little candlestick flicker, chasing every small fill. Green flash, red flash, I'm surfing every wave. Telling myself I'll quit, but I love this arcade. Every tick feels louder than the band in my head. Floating on momentum, not the plan that I read. I say it's just one more, but I'm already late. Lost in the ladder. On every side, troubles past when I'm winning. Float side when we slide. Stop lost in the corner, but I keep creeping tight. Chasing that perfect entry like a strobe in the night. Every feel's another spin. I'm glued to the screen. Heartbeat on the hi-hat pulsing through the machine. I know I should step back, let the numbers just breathe, but I'm stuck in the shuffle. Trend starts to bend, this swirl slow, and I promise this is the end. Then I hit it again. Whoa, got the day away. Ride that price parade. Up, down, I stay. Till my worries got the day away. In this fever haze. Screens glow, coffee steam, chart lines, laser beams, bell rings, heartbeat sway, click. Scalp the day. Got my finger on the trigger. Tiny moves, big thrill. Little candlestick flicker, chasing every small fill. Green flash, red flash, I'm surfing every wave. Telling myself I'll quit, but I love this arcade. Every tick feels louder than the band in my head. Floating on momentum, not the plan that I read. I say it's just one more, but I'm already late. Lost in the ladder. Dancing with fate, scalp the day away. Ride that price parade. Up, down, I stay. Till my worries got the day away. In this fever haze, one more trade, I say, scalp the day away. Disco ball on the ceiling, charts on every side. Troubles past when I'm winning. Float side when we slide. Stop lost in the corner, but I keep creeping tight. Chasing that perfect entry like a strobe in the night. Every feel's another spin. I'm glued to the screen. Heartbeat on the hi-hat pulsing through the machine. I know I should step back, let the numbers just breathe, but I'm stuck in the shuffle. Can't leave, scalp the day away. Ride that price parade. Up, down, I stay. Till my worries got the day away. In this fever haze, one more trade, I say, scalp the day away. Hands in the air when the spread opens wide. Buy, sell, echo inside. Horn staff the trend starts to bend, feel it swirl slow, and I promise this is the end. Then I hit it again. Whoa, count the day away, ride that price parade, up, down, I stay, till my worries stop the day away. In this fever haze, one more trade, I say, stop the day,
Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm back. We are having a kind of a dual trade-off today. We're going to showcase our new partner, Ola Prime, which does CFD Forex trading. And I'm trading their MT5 accounts right now. But I have an unfair advantage. I have this tool that I made myself that will blow anybody out of the water as far as fast trading. I hope you guys got a preview of it. I literally traded, I think, how many trades did I make since we went on the air? So this was it. We came in on the air at around 50, right? I think I made 8-9 trades in a row while we were on the air, just showcasing what this tool does. The good news is my screen and tolls is interesting. You mean what I was doing there as far as trading? I was just, I was scalping away on a reversal idea that I'm going to share with you, all of you guys, very soon. But the point is that this tool that I made is unbelievably cool. Let me show you what it's a basically risk management tool called One Click Trader that you can use both just as a button tool. You can buy, sell, you can do sizing, you can do everything you want. You can increase size, decrease size. Let's actually, I'm going to just trade a little bit smaller size. Let's trade, I'm going to trade in 1/10 of a size. But the thing that's absolutely cool is that I can do hotkeys. I just hit the buy key right now. And as you can see, boom, boom, I just made my profit, right? The stop targets are all preset. The sizing, I can increase or decrease by arrows. Watch this. I can go 20, 30, 40, 50, and down 40, 30, 20, 1, bop, in just increments of 1. I can hit the buy button again. If I like it, I can hit the buy button again and buy more. Just open them up as we go along. I can kill everything. I can kill everything with an X button. Watch this. X. Why is it not doing it? X. And I can kill it all with an X button. So hope you guys really like this. It's a tool that we're going to see a lot of. It's what I've been working nonstop over the Christmas break and the beginning of the year. And the tool is going to be available for anybody who wants. It's going to be available on a short-term basis. You're going to get it for like 1 week, but it'll be enough to help you pass the challenges for sure. And I'm going to put the Ola link in here. The Ola link that you guys see. Actually, I don't have a. We need the Ola. Hold on a second. Let me see if I have the banners. Do I have the Ola QR code? I did not have the Ola QR code. All right, so we're gonna put the Ola. Let me see if I can put the Ola link in here. Yeah. All right, go hit that. Go hit that link. Get some Ola accounts, and you rock yourself out. Right. What is it that you need to do? You need to. It's $20,000. You need to make $22,000. Take 10% to pass. I don't even know the actual rules. But with gold, you could literally do it in 2 hours. With gold in this tool, you could do it in 2 hours. It's super easy in terms of trading. So news out. I'm sure they did not raise rates. Fed keeps rates unchanged 10-2. Mirren and Waller dissent. Waller going for the nomination. Fed keeps rates unchanged. Positive for gold. Gold is rallying, going down, rallying. Gold really doesn't care. Gold is so volatile at this point. The news flow isn't going to matter much. And I'm going to show you some of the ways that we've been trading gold today, both on Trade of 8 and on this. Sorry, you guys are not seeing the screens. I have to actually do this with you guys. Hold on. Remove. Stop screen. Add screen. This is a little bit annoying in a sense that I have to add screen here. I'm gonna try and do something. Let's see if it's gonna work. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but let's see if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try and see if I can get Parsec within browser. Let's see if it's gonna work within browser. Launch app. Oh, come on, man. God, I hate it. Hang on a second, guys. Bear with me a sec. Bear with me. Because I want to see if we could actually do both MetaTrader and this all within browser. $963. Bear with me. Okay, so boom. Let's see if I can log into this within browser. I'm not holding my breath because it doesn't really seem to want to work within browser, but let's see. Okay. Oh, web browser. Come on. Oh, yay. Oh, do you guys see this? I think you guys see this, right? Awesome. So now, hold on. I want to do now I just got to do normal screen. Use client resolution. Windowed. Okay, awesome. Oh, this is great. All right. Let me see if this works. Let me see if my keystrokes still work. Oh, yes. The keystrokes still work. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, this is great. Wow. So, boom. Okay, we're done. That means great news. We can trade wealth charts, Trade of 8, MT5, all in one place today. How cool is that? Everybody loving this? So we get a triple treat today. We can trade every platform that we want, and I can showcase everything that you want. So this is the Ola Prime accounts that I'm trading with the BK Traders One Click. This is a tool that I developed myself. As you can see, you can buy button, sell button, size, everything else. What makes the tool beyond cool is that not only is everything can be controlled just with a button, stops and targets, but I can control it with my keystrokes. Like, for example, I can control volume with an up-down keystroke, and I can control B is for buy, S is for sell, X is for close. I can put all these keystrokes and basically make super fast trades. Like right now, I just hit the B button and boom, I made money. And I made money on a tiny amount of money, right? On like a tenth of a lot. But if I wanted to trade one lot, I want to trade just one lot right now, right? Let's see if I could do this. And then we can go minus on this and then minus on this. So we're trading just one lots, right? And let's just for argument's sake, let's just play the one lot. So now I'm trading the full lot, and my take profit is 80. Let's see if we can. And there we go. Just made another $80. Just keep hitting it. You see how fast the P&L can accrue, and that's almost impossible to do with your fingers. This thing can do a million different things aside from just scalping. You can trade this for like big profits and scale out at a quarter, scale out at a half, scale out at 3/4. You can do a million different things. But we are trading right now. We're trading gold. There's only one currency in the world to trade, my friend. There's only one trade in the world left or to be done, and that is gold. And all we're going to do is trade gold right now. I'm just going to click on here. Let me see. I'm glad I actually missed this trade. All right, what the hell? I'm playing with you guys. So these are not trades. These are just demos of how well the tool is working, or how well the tool works. See, I'm going to hit the X button. Oh shit! And you see how it blows me out of the trade super fast. So this is just for you guys to keep in mind. If you want the Ola Prime accounts, stop loss target. There's no stop loss targets. This is not a strategy. This is a demo of how well I can scalp with a tool. I have an 80-point target and a 1,000-point stop loss. Okay, it's not about strategy right now. It's about the fact that I'm showing you how I can make money in 5 seconds flat. I literally made like $1,000 in 2 minutes yesterday with this tool on another MT5 account. No, actually, I made it on my own because this I also have this for my futures, but that's a different story. But for you guys, if you want the Ola Prime account, because they're sponsoring our show, this version is available. I'm happy. All you got to do is buy it, send me an email saying, show me that you bought an Ola Prime, and I will share this with you. It's an MT5. Make sure you get an MT5 account in Ola Prime. I'm not going to make you an MT4 for a little bit. I will make an MT4 eventually, but for now, I just want you to trade with MT5. It's a much better product. So it's really, really good. The Fed doesn't matter. There's nothing to talk about because the Fed is really not going to be market moving. The only thing that's going to move is gold based upon its own price dynamics today. The Fed is going to say nothing, do nothing, have no impact. Okay, guaranteed. So the Fed is just an excuse for people to get to play volatility today. But it doesn't matter what he says. He's a lame duck. Doesn't matter what they do. Policy is going to change in a couple of months anyways. So it's really immaterial. Like they just don't matter. So I think people who think that the Fed is going to do anything as far as price movement, fooling themselves. It's really all about gold trading through the 53s, 52s, how much profit taking, how much flow, how much volatility there is. Gold is its own little beast right now. And we should really trade this purely on technical basis. Like, right now gold is rising. If I wanted to hit my buy button, I can get into the trade and see if the rally continues. It's not it's not like I'm super confident in this trade. It's just that I think gold looks like it still continues to rally, and I want to be participating in the trade. And we'll see if the trade can get done. I will say that the only drawback of gold right now is the volatility is so large that you see the spreads just get insane. The spreads are almost $0.50 to 60 cents, and that's a challenge for us if you want to trade this, which is why you absolutely need to trade $10 stops, 1,000-point stops. If you want to scalp gold, you need to be able to give yourself enormous amount of room because the spreads are so much against you. Even on futures, the spreads are so much against you that you really, really need lots and lots of space. So, anyways, hope you guys, give me let's do a first thing. First reaction, do a poll. We'll do a poll. First reaction to one-click trader. Wonder if I could do an emoji. You think you can do an emoji? Up. Cool. Yeah, I bet you could do it. Okay, we're gonna really turn into teenagers today. We're gonna do thumb up, thumb down. All right, give me either the Roman salute. Start poll. Here we go. Let me know on the polls. Anyways, I made about $400 for you guys without even trying on the MT5. We can switch over to Tradingview, and I can show you the absolutely important ways that we can trade on futures as well. So I'm really excited that I can share both MetaTrader 5. Like I can share everything within a web browser. I can't tell you how much easier it's going to be for everybody now, for us. Jerome is not coming on for another 20 minutes, so we can just chat and I can talk to you a little bit about my my strategy. Give me a vote in the polls, guys. Vote in the polls. Anyways, as I said, if you guys want this tool for Ola Prime, it's yours. Just buy it. Email me a note saying, hey, here's the screenshot of me buying it, and I'll send you a zip copy of this. You just unzip it, stick it into your expert advisors, and go crazy with it. You'll love it. It does not need any explanation. There's everything that you, if you want to really configure it in the back end to your heart's content, it has. Let me just tell you all the things it has. It obviously has the ability to just basically put a buy, stop, and a sell, a buy and an OCO, a bracket order right away. That's a given, right? It can enter at market. It can enter at limit. It can scale out of the position. So it can scale out a quarter position, half position, 3/4 of position. It can trail a stop, and you can configure how you want it to trail a stop. This is like for people who are positional traders. It can actually stop out at time. You could say, if the trade lasts longer than 3 candles, I want to be out of it. Boom, just a time stop. You can do all these things. You can configure all of that in the back end, and you can really enjoy it. And most importantly, it's a keystroke. It's a keystroke engine. You can't imagine how much more money you're going to make by hitting keystrokes than trying to use your mouse. It's literally a difference between a Lamborghini and a Toyota Prius in terms of execution. And the thing about it is that the machine executes so much faster than this. Hey, Ernest, what did I just fucking say 2 minutes ago? What did I say? What are you looking at on the screen? What does MGC stand for? Nobody gets this tool unless you buy Ola. This is only for Ola people. You got to buy an Ola Prime tool. So, first order of business. Let me show you my Tradingview accounts today, so you guys can see. First of all, what a crazy day today. By the way, Tradingview was down. They literally brought Tradingview up at the last minute, just before FOMC. So I was able to trade this before it went down. As I said, I'm just trying to do 100 a day per account, but I've done something even more conservative. I am down to literally trading one tiny little micro on an 80-20 spread. I mean, I will add maybe 2 or 3 max micros, but that's it. Because the volatility is so insane that if you get into if your opening position is even 2 micros and you got to add 2 or 3 times, you're basically $1,000 down in one single trade. It just goes down. Yeah, if you bought the Ola, email me at Contact BK Traders. Show me the screenshot of your buy, and I'll send it to you. So, order number 1: if we're trading futures, you got to trade really, really small. Okay, everybody with me on that? I'm just trading super small. Secondly, and this is where it gets super cool. Super cool. There is a ton of money to be made, both on the trend side, but especially, and this is where I think you guys are going to find it very surprisingly, on the reverse side, right? Why? Because when the asset is as volatile as gold, right? When it has a huge move up, it almost always going to have a massive move down, right? And you don't even need the massive move down. You just need a little bit of the move down anytime you have a big move up. The key question is, how do you trade reversal quantitatively? And I think I finally cracked the code with a dot system. And that's what I wanted to show you. I got 15 minutes before Jerome starts talking. I'm going to show you what I've been doing and how I've been timing my turns really, really well with my dot system. Okay? So the basic idea is the following. It goes back to sort of like ideas. We need range. We need a range expansion in order to trade breakouts. You also need range expansion in order to trade reversals. So the first order of business you want the following rule. You start with a green dot. The beginning of any trend slice is all the dots are the same color. Like all the dots are the same color. So in this case, let's say this is the start of the green dot, right? The green trend, right? And here is the first red trade, right? There's no red dots in between here. You guys see that? That's the move, right? So here's my point. If the price from the low of the first green dot, 84, to the highest value before the red dot, which in this case is going to be 300, if that price is $10 or more, so in other words, if I have a leg that's 10, I'm measuring a leg. And the way I measure a leg is it's got to be all the same dots, right? Once I have that leg, I'm just looking for 2 consecutive dots the other direction. So in this case, I'm looking for 2 red dots consecutively. Doesn't mean they have to be one after the other, but they can't have a green dot in between. I got to have 2 contemporaneous red dots. Like for example, here we go. All these green dots up to here. This is 71 to 98. That's much more than $10, right? What I need in order for me to trade my reversal, and God knows this is probably going to be a killer, but we'll give it a shot, is I need a second red dot. That's going to give me a natural stop at the top, like right here, right now. Let's see what account I want to trade this in, because I already made the 37 really well. So I want to trade maybe 43. Let's trade the 43 account. Okay, so we're going to go to the 43. You guys are going to see what I'm doing. It's either going to work or not work. It's obviously pre-announcement, so it could be really, really volatile. But I'm betting that this is a small reversal. Oh, unless the dot goes away, in which case I don't have a trade. Dot goes away, no trade. Okay, fine. I'm just hunting for that reversal. Now, if I get a green dot, that's then I got to have 2 red dots again. I have to start the count all over again. But what I'm looking for, see, like right now, if I get a green dot, my whole count has to go right back to 2-2. I need a 2 count red dot in order to see that it's a reversal. But once I get that reversal, I'm short here. My stop is the natural high. The natural high is my stop, and then if I need to average in, I'll average in. But that's how I resolve, and that's how you resolve all these trades. That's how I got all green today. Super easy. Like literally requires minimum think. You just need to be able to watch the chart, make sure the leg is long enough, make sure you get the reversal signals. See, leg is super long, 2 reds in a row, boom, short, right? Now I have a long red leg, right? What do I need? I need 2 greens in a row. This actually, by the way, this was a shitty little trade, but I did make money on it. So this is 2 greens in a row, right? I went long here. I had to average in. My natural stop was over here. That's the thing. The only thing that saved me was that my natural stop was over here. It really dragged me down, but then eventually it re-rallied, and I was able to completely, work my way out of it. It was just a huge amount of volatility. But the point is, when you're using the charts, the volatility will work for you as well as against you. When it's a hugely volatile thing, it will drag you down, but it will not necessarily break the natural stops, and therefore let you stay in the trade and help you resolve it positively, which is exactly what happened. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. That's another component of the dot system that you could use really, really well. Everybody follow me on that? Who is here from Europe? Say hello. Yeah, dot system is very, 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 it's like Legos. My dot system is like Legos. You can construct any kind of a strategy with it and do a really good job. Munich, nice to have you. Oh, clean supper, that's right. Denmark, Bruno, nice to have you. Where are you from in Denmark, my friend? And are you ready to become an American? No, I'm just kidding you. Bulgaria, Mikhail, nice to have you. Romania, Odense, Denmark. Is it? I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's a nice place. All right, so here we go. I got one red. Remember, I said I need to have two reds in a row, right? I also have Jerome coming up in 5 minutes, and that's going to be a pain in the ass because we have to listen to him. So we'll try to listen to him. But anyways, we're going to trade this. We're going to trade this. It's a big, big drop. It's like a 10 point field of play for me right here. But we're gonna patiently wait here and let that trade. We're in the 43 account. This dot better hold. If it doesn't hold, I have no trade. Istanbul, nice to have you. I cannot wait to go there because the food looks amazing. All right, 8-9 seconds. Sell. Right. We short this. I actually got to lift my stop above this because the field of play is so big. And remember, I'm only long one, so I'm giving myself lots and lots of play. And I'm in at like 87. I want to lay out another one at 97. And now I'm in on my second account, on my second position. Come back up. Let's see if we can just retrace this back. Now, as I said, doing this 5 minutes before FOMC is probably a very stupid idea, but I wanted to show you the strategy because, there's 1,000 different, there'll be like 1,000 different plays here, right? So I am basically over here. I still have lots and lots of field of play. I'm going to sell one more market. Okay. And now and I'm going to just move everything here. All right. And we will just sit here and see if you can come back to Papa, or it's going to start to soar again. And we're holding against this natural stop. But because we got micros, none of this is terminal to me. None of this is terminal. But if I was trading this even with doubles, it gets very uncomfortable very, very fast. Five minutes to Jerome. Oh man, this thing is just the range of movement on the ladder is just insane. It's almost you can't even watch it because it's just so crazy. It's literally running up and down $2 a second. Walter, look at that. See, and we're all done. I literally looked down to say hello to Walter, and the trade got done. And that's how I do it. That's how I do it all day, every day, any day. So what did that go? Yeah, we wanted to go 43. Remember I said I wanted to go to 500. So that account is 500. So now we're going to rotate to the next account, which is 44. And that account is at 365. So we want to run that to 400. Basically, I run every single account to the next nearest 100 and then go back in and go back in and go back in. And that's how we roll the P&L. I had a feeling this was going to be down. All right, let's see what Jerome wants to say. Let's see what Jerome wants to say. We want to go to FOMC. Wait, where's the presser? Videos. Look how stupid the website is. They literally don't have the link on the website. All right, we're gonna have to go to YouTube. God. FOMC press conference. All right, so here we go. This is the presser. I want to do closed captioned so we can watch him. Does he talk? You guys hear anything? Yes, no? You don't hear any music? Okay, so I guess you're not gonna. I can enable the audio, but I really don't want to. So I will we'll just run the closed captions and see what he has to say. But I really don't think it's going to be much. My brackets for futures is 20, 80 in gold. So I'm trying to trade 20 target, 80 stop. But remember, I'm playing like sometimes a 100-point field of play. I'm going to scale in. And I'm going to average out. It's a very, very fluid stop. It's not a sort of a single target, single stop type of structure. I just wanted just kind of let you know. All right, so what's cool now is even in this particular. Let me just get rid of this because you don't need to see all my trades because they're just going to pollute the chart. But here's what I want to show you. So let's look at this. We have the red dot to the green dot, right? The high of this is 96. The low of this is 81. That's more than $10. $10 is sort of like my minimum height of the segment that I want to play. Now here comes the first green dot, white dot or green dot, right? If I get a second green dot on this segment, like right now, the red segment is good enough for a turn trade. If I get two green dots in a row, I'll try to trade that for a turn. Whether that's going to happen is another story. And also, obviously, this is just sort of a lot of false signals in front of the presser. But given the fact that I don't think the presser is really going to be that newsworthy, I don't know if we're going to be able to really find anything there. But you can see the same thing here, right? On what do you call it? Well charts. So these are all red dots. We're actually extending the red segment here a little bit. You just see it a little bit better, I think, on here. You can't see anything here at this point. So he's dropping. Is Jerome talking? Is he doing anything? Let's see. No, 230. There we go. Let's see. I put subtitles on. Hopefully, it's going to show up. Let's see if it works. You can email us at contact@bktraders.com. Contact@bktraders.com. There's Jerome. Oh, you know what? I know you guys are seeing the you're seeing the screen. You're seeing the yeah. I don't have the sound on. I just have the subtitles on because you don't want to have me talk over him, and he's not really going to say anything interesting. Well, if he said anything interesting, it'll be in the subtitles. Yeah, actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's do this in. Oops, sorry. Okay, here's theater mode. Here's gold. So we can trade both at the same time. If you guys want me to enable him, I'm gonna enable him right now. Hang on a second, guys.
Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.9% over the 12 months ending in December, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 3.0%. These elevated readings largely reflect
You can hear him now,
in the
right?
goods sector, which has been boosted by the effects of tariffs. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing in the services sector. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have declined from last year's peaks, as reflected in both market and survey-based
Can you hear him now?
measures.
Yeah.
Most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal.
Okay, I'm going to call out trades
Monetary policy actions
if there are any
are
trades to be
guided by our
made.
dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to maintain the target range for the federal funds rate.
Oh, you know what we can do? Hold on a second. I think I can do this. So now I'm sharing the this, and we have one. I'm waiting for a second green dot. If I get a second green dot,
timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate.
right.
Based on the
When I
incoming
stop
data,
sharing him,
we've
do you
already
not hear
outlooked
him? Do you
and
not hear
balance of
the
risks.
tab? Like when he goes off
Monetary
screen,
policy is not on a
and you
preset
see
course,
the chart, you
and
don't
we
hear
will make
anything,
our
right?
decisions on a meeting-by-meeting basis. To conclude, the Fed has been assigned two goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable prices. We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We at the Fed will continue to do our jobs with objectivity, integrity, and a deep commitment.
I'm going to trade this just to show you. I'm going to trade this to the upside. And we're done. And then we'll come back here. Oops.
Scott Besson criticized that as political. Can you say why you attended and what you would say in response to the Secretary's criticism?
So let me start with I don't respond to comments by other officials, whoever they may be. It's just not appropriate to do that. I will tell you why I attended. I would say that that case is perhaps the most important legal case in the Fed's 113-year history. And as I thought about it, I thought it might be hard to explain why I didn't attend. In addition, Paul Volcker went to a Supreme Court case famously in, I guess, 1985 or so. So it's precedented, and I thought it was an appropriate
I'm
thing
long
to do.
gold right now for
Right,
that
just quickly
double
follow on,
double
the job
green
market,
dot turn.
You mentioned last month that the household survey might be distorted, and you also mentioned the potential for overcounting jobs, which would suggest that we're still in a negative hiring pace. So do you see the drop in the unemployment rate as solid? And what's the basis for saying that things have stabilized? Thank you.
So, yeah, really two questions. One is, so we're getting through the distortions in the data from the shutdown. However big they were in November, they're smaller in December. So we're getting to a place where they're no longer material. They're still there, but it's a tweak here and there. The reason why we changed the statement, let me pull it out.
All right, let me show you what I did, because
was-
you know you
was
guys are watching
simply,
him.
it used to say
let
that
me share the
judges at
screen.
downside risks to employment.
I went long here. I told you there was a double dot here, double dot, right? 1, 2 dots. I went long here for the turn quick. And it was super easy. Another good scalp in my direction.
Since the last meeting, and that should matter for labor demand and for employment over time. So for those two reasons, we thought we would take that language out of the statement.
Nick Timrose, The Wall Street Journal. Chair Powell, you've generally avoided engaging with political controversies directly, and the video statement on
Over
January
to
11th
5,300
was a departure. What made this different, and are you concerned it could draw the institution further into political debates?
So today on, I'm simply going to refer you to the statement that I made on January 11. I'm not going to expand on it or repeat it. So I'm just not going to. This is really about the press conference and the economy.
All right, look at that. Look how good Jerome is.
I'm not going to be getting into that.
Falling for the
Can you
bait.
say whether
He's
the
like,
Fed has
fuck you, I'm not going to
responded
talk
the
about politics.
subpoenas?
I have nothing for you on that today.
That's great. I wish politicians were as good as he is. That's very
Michael
smooth.
Lee from Bloomberg Radio TV. Have you made a decision on whether you would remain as a governor of?
Good job, Martin.
the
Martin got that
So
one with me. Good
would
job,
you tell
my
us what
friend.
it is, and if not, when might we anticipate a decision?
I'll ask you if he's going to stay as a governor.
I really, once again, have nothing for you on that today. That either.
Why would you want to leave it all under the circumstances?
Again, I don't want to get into this. It's not something I'm. There's a time and place for these questions.
I know he's a politician. I'm saying I wish politicians were as good as he is.
Something
He's
I'm
like a
gonna be getting
basketball.
into today. Thank you.
Like he just controls the room really well.
Thank you. Claire Jones, Financial Times. Thanks a lot for taking my questions. In another one that might, lead to a similar answer. We've seen quite big movements in the dollar over recent days. What do you think is driving the US currency lower? And have you been at all concerned just by the extent of the
This is
volatility
interesting. He's going
we've
to talk
seen
about a
this
dollar.
week?
She's asking
Thank
about
you.
what he
So,
thinks about
Claire, as you
the
probably
dollar.
know, we don't comment on the dollar.
He's
Really,
gonna say
the
we don't comment on the
administration,
dollar.
Especially the Treasury Department has the job of oversight over the currency,
Interesting.
and exchange rates and all that. We don't comment on that. It's not our role. So I have nothing for you.
But I mean, what's your view on the market movements? I mean, what do you think behind them? Is it asset managers diversifying? Is it?
Yeah, I just don't. We don't talk about the dollar. We don't talk about what moves it around.
Basically, the whole
I think
conference
it's
is we
just-
don't
it's
talk
just not
about it.
appropriate for us to do so. Really, the Treasury Department has that. It's their role, their bailiwick, and we stay off it. We do monetary policy and some other things, but we don't comment on the dollar. Sorry.
Hi, Chair Powell. Neil Irwin with Axios. Obviously, no SEP in this meeting, but in light of the slight firming up of the language around growth in the labor market in the statement, should we assume that the timeline for any further rate cuts is pushed back compared to what people might have thought in December?
Well, first of all, if you look at the incoming data since the last meeting, clear improvement in the outlook for growth. The data have come in, and sentiment, the beige book, everything comes in suggesting that this year starts off on a solid footing for growth. Inflation performed
It's true.
about as
Just the
expected.
facts. You're
And
right.
as I mentioned, some of the labor market data came in suggesting, we're evidence of stabilization. So it's overall a stronger forecast, really, if that's your question. I'm not sure I answered your question.
But in terms of timing or pacing of any additional easing?
So we haven't made, what we'd say about this was that after this meeting, after the three
gold just
recent
dropped,
rate cuts, we're well positioned to
oh,
address
wow.
the risks that we face
Gold
on
just
both
dropped 10
sides of our
points
dual mandate.
and came right
We'll
back
continue
up.
to make our decisions meeting by meeting based on the incoming data, the implications for and the outlook and the balance of risks.
I
Haven't
guess
made any
the
decisions
gold
about
market
future
thinks it's
meetings.
not going to cut anymore.
but,
That was like a big,
the
big
economy is
slap.
growing at a
Oh,
solid pace.
So let's watch
The
this. I
unemployment
mean,
rate
this
is
is really for
broadly
shits and
stable,
giggles, guys.
and inflation remains somewhat elevated. So
Let's watch this tab. So this nearly went to a second red dot, It might get a second red dot right here. If we get a red dot, this is a natural stop against which we can trade. But this was a huge dump on his comment that the data is strong. Starting to break out again.
at or above that.
All right, back
Maybe
to
I
Jerome.
missed by one, but I thought
this one
it
too,
was
sorry.
4. And if you look at the dealer survey, it was 10 out of 58 where we're at or above. So you're right. It's the higher end of the range. What we say is it's within the range of plausible estimates. This is the higher end of that range, but so for some people they think it's neutral. I think, and many of my colleagues think, it's hard to look at the incoming data and say that policy's significantly restrictive at this time. It may be sort of loosely neutral, or it may be somewhat restrictive. It's in the eye of the beholder, and of course, no one knows with any precision.
Zero chance they're going to cut rates.
Follow up.
I get what you're saying, but some officials have described the Fed being in a mode of bringing it down eventually over time. Are you still in that mode, or is this a place to hang out?
Yeah, no, I would say if you look at the SEP from December, most people had additional normalization, but at the same time, we've done a lot of the process of normalizing. A good piece of it is done with 75 basis points, and before
Gold
that,
back to almost session
175
highs,
basis
guys.
points
Session highs at around
since we began
315.
cutting in September of
No,
2024. So you've moved now to
324. Once we get to session highs, we're really going to focus on it
is running
again.
just a little below 3.65%. So you've moved a good way, and we think we're well positioned here to watch how the economy performs, look at the data. We're not making decisions about future meetings, but we do think we're well positioned after those 3 cuts to let the data speak to us.
Amira. Thank you, Chair Powell. Mara Moakley from Bloomberg News. To what extent did the committee discuss the possibility of cutting at this meeting or in March? And how are you all thinking about the conditions that would merit another rate cut? Is there broad agreement on the committee about what it would take?
So there was broad support on the committee for holding today. Broad, I would say, including among non-voters. So that's where that was. Of course, some people did want to cut and dissented, but committee pretty broadly for
Right. Let me
holding.
show you what's going on here. I have a green dot here, so I need 2 of them in a row for me to create a turn. But this is a pretty big leg already. 80 to 308, $28 on the leg. So if the leg starts to turn, here's the first red dot. We get a second red dot. That's going to be my turn against which I'm going to trade the natural high. Question
So
on
how do we do
tariffs.
this? So basically, there
Oh,
are many different
right.
estimates, and they're all highly uncertain. But most of the overrun in goods prices is from tariffs, and that's actually good news, because if it weren't from tariffs, it might mean it's from demand, and that's a harder problem to solve. We do think tariffs are likely to move through and be a one-time price increase. So most of the overshoot, if you
All right, here we go.
take
We're
that
gonna
out,
look
you
at
get-
the tab here. We have the one red dot. We're gonna see if we get a second red dot over here against this pretty big leg. That's gonna be our natural stop at around 310. If it dips here, 302, we'll have a turn trade. So the tariff price shock seems to have washed through the economy, according to Jerome. No red dot. You buy it back. All the short-term market inflation expectations have come down, according to Jerome. So, they asked him about the fact that the 10-year break-evens are higher. He says it doesn't really matter because the expectations have really come down. So this is the double top territory, guys. Key thing is, is the gold ready to explode through the highs? He says inflation is a little bit smaller risk than employment, but both of them have improved over the last couple of months. I'm watching this action, whether it's going to stall over here at a natural high, or whether we're going to try and push it a little higher. Second. I really need two red dots, but I'm gonna gamble and just assume this is the kind of a two red dot formation, and take this short if this is a red dot that stays here against this natural high. But it's got to stay. I don't have a red dot here. Wow, look at that. They literally buy it. Dots saving me from my own stupidity. Here we can have fun on the on this. I'll sell this over here, and you can see I sold it like with here. I can sell another one. You see how fast I'm doing it? You literally don't see me move my hands. And it has clear. So I'm actually going to probably get my ass kicked on this trade, but it's fine. Sell one more. Okay. Why not? Why not? Let's go one more. That one covers. And let's see if this one covers. And this one, and I can hit it all X, and I can just escape out of it. Look at that. Look how cool that is. You just can't trade as fast as I could have actually made a lot more money on this. But let's go back. Oh no, it's not a trade. I thought we were coming down. You see how fast I'm able to trade on the. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw it. I don't think you guys saw it. Did you guys not see me trading this on the great one click? Let's trade it. Let me show you. Share. Boom, boom. You see how fast I sold it? And I'm going to sell it one more time. Sell one more time. And just to show you, if I wanted to cover myself up, I just hit the X button and I'm out. I'm totally out of position, right? Just kind of showing again the one click and how you can control your risk super fast. I'm just waiting patiently for the second red dot here. It's not happening. All right, I'm watching this. I got a red dot. Let's sell it. All right, in the trade now against this natural stop. If we need to balance out, we'll balance out probably around the 310s. But let's see if we can make this trade on the turn. Almost. You know what? I'm going to lay out a little bit more at the 310s. All right, I got the 310s. We're going to move these over here. All right, sold a little bit more. And I rushed the trade because I wanted, I kind of pressed the second red dot on the turn. Probably, I could pay the price for this trade because they could easily break the natural high here because I was being impatient. But this is pretty much it. I'm in position now. It's either gonna correct, come back in. I'm gonna eat this trade over here because I rushed myself a little bit more because we haven't had any price action to do it. Yes. Gold is pumping up. Right. Yeah, I ate this trade unfortunately because I rushed myself. I didn't have the second green dot. It's actually back up. Going to see if we can challenge the highs now. All right, this is a run towards the highs. A very, very favorite trade of mine. We're going to go long now. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong account. And we're done on that trade. And now we're going through fresh session highs. You see how we just broke through all the highs? It's a super, super clean trade here. We can try to push it a little bit more. Lots of volatility, so we've got to give ourselves lots of room on this trade, operating essentially in this thing. But we'll see if that chase is gonna help me. Okay, I'm here. All right, I'm in my final kind of position here. So I chased my last high. Again on a I gotta shut off Jerome. Sorry, he's just confusing my trading. So on the assumption that we probably try to go to 30. And again, I'm nicely validated on this thing, but that was a frankly precarious trade. I shouldn't have chased it, but that worked out nicely. I am that account now is almost at a plus 100 for the day, so that's good. But really, honestly, what I want to look at now on this particular trade, and I'll go back to the presser if there's anything interesting. But if you look at this, what I really, really want to look at is because this leg is now 83. This is like a $50 leg. Now you really want to have two reds, patiently two reds, to give you a very high probability turn trade. Yes, we could probably maybe we see 53.50. I mean, this thing it obviously verticalizes, and it's sort of easy to try to trade the upside for a few moments. But when it turns, I think it's going to turn very violently, and you want to be on that violent side of you want to be on the other side of that violence, you know. So I guess I'm trying to make sense. You want to be on the other side of that violent turn is what I meant. Because I think we're reaching we're clearly reaching big levels here, and there's going to be a lot of temptation to take profits, and this thing is going to dump all the way back to 300 very, very fast. Maybe it'll go to 53.50. We'll see. All right, let me see if he's saying anything. He says that they hear a lot about affordability, that this is while the economy is growing, that affordability is a big concern. I don't think that's that's not a controversial take. I think everybody feels affordability at this point. All right, here we go. Sorry, they're now starting to ask him AI questions, which is just a waste of time. So we're getting a red dot, right? I'm gonna bite the bullet, probably do something stupid. I'm gonna go short this thing. I'm gonna go to the 44 account. Short. Okay, I'm short the 44. Sorry, let me take you to the 44. And it's going up against me because again, I'm just being stubborn. I'm not following my own rules. All right, I'm in for the second move here on the average out. We're going to come back down, see if we can square ourselves away. I'm just being very stubborn, but these are natural stops. This is pretty much the session high stops. I think this is a room where we have room here to work the reversal trade. But if I was really intelligent or if I was really disciplined, I would wait for the second dot. And now I'm just eating it, right? So now I just have to, I'm going to come back again and see if I'm going to eat this position. And I'm going to put the buy limit over here, move all these buy limits over here, get ourselves in front of the trade, and just hold. Now we're pretty much done. It's either going to reverse or I'm going to eat this trade. But again, not the best execution. The thing that saves me and the thing that gives me ability to operate is that I'm trading in such small size that I can give myself lots and lots of room for error. And I'm clearly giving myself way too much room for error, but we'll see how it plays out. So we're trading against this natural stop. This was our first red dot. We need a second red dot. Obviously, gold is just a relentless up trade. But my argument is that when we get to these hugely big moves, the probability is to the downside, or at least a reactive probability. You have a natural stop against which you can react and stage a trade plan. In this case, I did not execute my trade plan well, but it is a trade plan. I didn't say it was a good one. And I eat it. And I eat it deservedly so because I was not patient enough. But fortunately, again, small stops, so not really hurting me. And it's only one account. It's the one account that I'm beating up here, that I've beaten up very, very badly because I wasn't patient enough. You know, fresh session highs. They just took, they just had to take it to 35s, right? All right. They were just exhausted all his boring questions. Gold finally starting to turn a little bit. Just to let you guys know, I traded in our Ola account. Here's my Ola account. You see how it's almost see how far ahead it is now? I put $1,000 and I can put myself on an X. Where's my X? What can I? Oh, this is not letting me do this. Okay, let's do this. Close all. Close all. You see that? I went from 19,000 to 21,300 on this big reversal trade. And now I'm actually going to reverse myself big on this one. I'm doing one last attempt. This was a huge reversal candle. I'm going to just basically believe that this was the exhaust move. Again, I'm not following my rules. I'm eating my rules. Just being a really, really bad boy. But, I can't help it. This again goes do as I say, not as I do structure. But this was a massive, massive red reversal. I want to be able to trade this, and that's enough. Okay, let's see if I can make if this is going to go my way. And we're there, and I'm there, and I recover almost all of my loss on a very, very stupid trade. But we can make this trade real trade, sell trade. You know why? Because this was a second red dot. Now this is a legitimate signal. This is a legitimate signal against the natural stop. Like this actually was the signal. So now I can just trade for real. Secondary trade, right? Secondary trade. Here's my entry. And see if I'm going to be able to resolve this over here. So this is let me get rid of all this so you guys can actually see it. Get rid of the execution marks. Okay, 2 red dots. This was a legit trade here. This is my field of play against here. I mean, if this thing goes and stops me out, there's nothing I can do. This just means that the trend in gold is super, super strong. But I think this is at least setting a legit reversal signal. And we're going to put all this stuff here. And again, I'm just doing small sizes to be able to scale myself into this trade. What's going on over here? I can't even see the trade. Jesus. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wow. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's super. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. It's so late. It's so fast that the chart is actually, wow. It was so fast that the chart was actually kind of late. Anyways, that worked out. That trade reversed nicely. Wow, this thing is just frozen. I can't even trade this. Okay, I'm going to take one more small position on this trade. Against, again, the natural stop here. Not really. Maybe I'll add one more position somewhere here if I need to be. Let's say the 30s. I'm going to lay a position out at 30, just a small one. But positionally, I believe that I can. I should be able to hopefully make that a reversal trade. Everything is just. I don't know if the screens are slow, if the it just like it seems everything is on a massive delay from where we're at, right? So just my apologies. Let me see if Jerome says anything interesting. All right, he's just talking about bureaucrats at the Fed. Okay, if I get if this triggers for me, that'll be a sort of my secondary position on this field of reversal that I'm trying to trade. This is at least legit because I have 2 red dots against this this reversal flow. We've had a 80-point up leg, so we'll see if gold. And there we go, and that all resolves finally, exactly as it should. So those of you who would have listened to my trade, let me get rid of this. I don't need to. Okay, we're out of this. If I had actually followed my rules and stayed patient, this was the trade. But I was impatient here. I was impatient here. I ate the stops. I had to work my way out of it. But overall, still pretty good. In the meantime, just to show you on this account, right? What I did is I went with my tool, and then I set the tool to 1,000-point stop, 1,000-point target, just really, really big. And you can see, boom, boom, boom. I hit those targets. And actually, this account, which I just opened up 5 minutes before the show, $1,300, trading with this tool. So hopefully you guys like that too. That's really, really useful for, you guys are not seeing it. Shit, let me see this. Sorry, here's the tool. What I was trying to tell you is with Ola, I did 1,000 target, 1,000 stop over here, right, on the tool. And I took these big positions reversed big. All of it was within seconds, and I was able to take $1,300. I started the whole account. Let's see when I started the whole account. You can actually see it. And this is all practice trades here, so that doesn't even really count. But this was an hour before FOMC. So this account, using the tool, just using my scalping, made $1,300, right? Not bad. I think how much you need to make? 22,000 on 20,000, right? You need to make 10% to pass the prop. I made basically almost the whole target in like an hour trading this. So hopefully you guys like that. That's a very, very cool tool. Let me share this back. And now we're starting to turn a little bit, which is normal after an 80-point leg. I just wasn't patient enough with a leg to take advantage of it. But if you are patient, ironically enough, what's funny is I'm a lot more patient when you guys are now watching me because I want to show you the trades, I want to show you the structure, I want to show you the execution, when I'm not, when I'm not, I don't have to impress anybody or I have to demonstrate to anybody. I don't give a shit. I can just wait forever. It's actually interesting. I just realized that a lot of times I force the trades just because I want to show you the trade, Why isn't Think Capital available in the U.S.? I signed up using Kathy's code, but I can't log in from the U.S. But a profit valuation, I just signed up. I don't know. I got to ask Kay about that. That's her account. I don't know, Gladys. If you bought from the U.S., you should be able to. They wouldn't have been able to sell you a prop challenge if they didn't accept you. Okay, so it's maybe I would email them and ask them what the story is, because they wouldn't have sold you a prop challenge if you because they know you're coming from the U.S. I think this is a conversation. It's probably you should just email them and say what's going on. Good job, Clean Sauber. Nice job on the trading. And you see, we're starting to really unwind the move here, right? And actually, here's the interesting part. Let me. All right, I think we're done with the. Let me just see if the. Oh my God. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Oh my God. I swear to God, by like the second half hour of that press conference, if you don't want to blow your brains out, you don't have any left. It's just there's repeating the same question over and over again. So what I was going to say is, if we deconstruct this whole leg, right? What was going on here? Clearly, huge moves, right? Big moves. But one red dot, not a signal, finally a signal. This was the top signal. This is where, I traded here, and I got myself stuffed up until I finally caught the top over here. That's just a key thing to understand. That patience really rules the roost. Still, 6 out of 7 accounts are up $100 for me today, which is great. And I'll work on this one. That one is a little bit in the red. I gotta work it back. But anyways, I hope you guys like that. So now it's interesting. So now you can sort of make the counter argument. You have the red, 34 all the way down to 17, obviously more than 10 points. Is this going to be a double green reversal? And I'll take it. Yes. I mean, I'm going to trade if this stays double green reversal. I'll trade that against this natural bottom. Unfortunately, this stuff just moves so fast that when I have the idea, a lot of times it runs away from me, right? So let's see if this is going to give us a buy trade here. Oh my God, this thing is just, now I got to buy it here and buy it here. I'm just trying to average myself in to a very, very funky little position. And I got to be, God, this is such a big move. Oh my God. All right, you know what? I resolved myself on this, but this was another good example. You see how reversal works both ways, and of course, if you want to reverse, if you want to just be a long term, just trade the bull reversals. The bull reversals over here are just massive. Like the bull reversal, meaning that the trade from the top to the bottom, if it's $10 or more, 2 greens winner, 2 greens winner, 2 greens winner. Those are all just winning trades over here. The bear reversals are a little bit more of a challenge, but the bull reversals really work well. You guys understanding what I'm showing you? Give me a thumbs up on all of this, please. Let me know. Okay, let's see how everybody liked the 72 votes on the one-click trader. Most 92% like it. Good job. All right, I like it. Those of you who voted down, tell me why. I'm curious. Is it just because you wanted to be a contrarian? So a half hour to go. We haven't even looked at NAS, which I'm actually curious. You guys want to look at NAS? Let's see what NASDAQ is doing. And same ideas, by the way, can apply to NASDAQ. It's just that it's such a quieter trade. And also $10 in gold these days, like, what would that be? So it's 10 against 5. Hey guys, I don't know what happened. My whole internet went down. Do you hear me now? Does anybody hear me now? Wow, I got blown out. I don't know. I'm so sorry. My whole internet just blew out, and wow. So I'm sorry. We're just gonna wrap up the session. Wow, and everybody came back. All right. You know what? Okay, since everybody came back, let me see if we can actually look at the charts here for a sec. God, that was just bizarre. I'm literally on my cell phone connection. Holy shit, and we're moving really. We were through the 550s. Wow. All right. Well, man, I'm literally on my cell phone connection right now. Hang on a second. Let me just share my screen. All right. Well, we got a half an hour. Let's make the best out of it. I am on my cell phone connection though, so we'll see what happens. It's just the most bizarre thing. Literally, I have 3 internet connections, and all of them gave me a DNS error. 3 completely separate ones: Verizon, Spectrum, T-Mobile. And I literally just put my computer on my I married it to my cell phone, so we're like on a low latency connection. Which we'll see. Should be really interesting. Anyways, we're at 350, really, really big area. Very, very tempting to want to short this, but we're not going to. We're going to stay disciplined. They're probably going to run it right through it. Again, I'm just going to wait for my 2 red dot reversal trade on this move here and see if we can do this. Hack? No, Starlink. Starlink. Yeah, I'm in New York. I don't think I can't get Starlink, but I would get Starlink. But it was just really bizarre. Like, I don't know, like I was talking, all of a sudden I see nothing and I see DNS. And then like I started switching Verizon and everything else. Nothing was working. It just all give me cache DNS issues. You know what, guys? I know I said I'm not going to do this, but if this does not hold the highs, if it's going to come back off the highs, I'm just going to try and I'm going to try to short this as a natural high. I know it's just my inveterate picking highs habit is just always terrible. But what the hell? Let me see if I'm in the 44 count. I am in the 44 count. Okay. All right. So what we want here, if we're looking for sort of like a really, really quick entry, a turn entry, is we want to make no more highs, which we're doing right now. I should have bought the highs. I should have just bought the highs. We're definitely just going to push it beyond all limits here into the close, right? The one thing you don't want to do is just simply guess the top. You're going to let the market tell us the top here, if we can find a turn. So we're going to stay patient. The next candle, if you can't match the highs, which it is, it's matching the highs, it's breaking it. Very painful not to be in these trades, but, I hate chasing them. I like replacing them. Let me see while this is going on. Let's see what the let's see if there's anything. Powell didn't take much macro message from precious metals. Imagine calling gold a pet rock while it's smashing all-time highs. Jerome was officially in denial. It's sad. Blah blah blah. All right, nothing much. Nothing much. Okay. All right, so here we go. 37 seconds left. Can we match the highs? If we don't match the highs, we're gonna do something really stupid and try to trade the highs against this natural high without really having any evidence that the buying is done. This is the weakest of our evidences, but we'll give it a shot. All right. Oh, that was super fast. You see that? That was super fast on the win. Now we turned. Okay, now we took the we're gonna trade against this natural high. Market's still very, very jumpy. Really, really jumpy. So let's again, this goes into the do as I say, not as I do book of trades, where I don't have the weakness yet. I'm just guessing the weakness. I'm really working off the weakest of evidence. What would be a much stronger evidence of this working? By the way, everything is frozen now. Are you guys freezing? Is everything freezing for you? Do you guys hear me? My prices are all frozen. God damn it. My prices are all frozen.